This year, I decided those were decidedly unsafe. I'm pleased to welcome you this evening to Sheriff's Got Talent, a fun way to get to know something new about the candidates for Volusia County Sheriff and raise money for a good cause at the same time. At the Beacon, we consider it a key part of our mission to inform readers about elections, not the Hillary versus Donald kind of election that you can learn about on national TV, but our local elections, like the sheriff's race. We appreciate your interest in being an informed voter, and it's no small feat to prepare for the Tuesday, August 30th ballot. August 30th is called a primary, but a number of races will be decided that day, and a number of others could be. For example, in the judicial races, we have 1 county judge race and 4 circuit judge races on the ballot. Even if there are only 2 candidates and a primary is not required, all of those races will be on the August 30th ballot. Also on August 30th, we'll decide whether solar energy equipment should be exempt from tangible personal property tax. And even in crowded races like the 5-minute, inside your program there's a sample ballot. There's also the ballot on the outside of your program that you will actually be using tonight to vote for the winner of the talent show. In the lobby too, as you're getting ready to go, we have some elections guides provided by the Volusia County Elections Office. We hope all these things will be helpful. As for tonight, the Beacon is proud and pleased to host this peculiarly DeLand-centric and highly unusual election event. Not only does Sheriff's Got Talent emphasize DeLand's identity as a center for the arts and theater, but there's an element of history here too and that's another topic near and dear to the heart of DeLand. The Beacon moved into its current office right around the corner at 110 West New York Avenue in 2005. But the last tenant to occupy that space before us was the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. In fact, when we were renovating the office for the newspaper, we found some law enforcement memorabilia. The apartment where my husband and I live, above the Beacon, was once part of a complex of offices that housed the Sheriff's Office administration. And some of the shops on Artisan Alley were actually part of the Sheriff's Office motorcycle repair shop, is my understanding. So there's an element of history in play here tonight, and that's just how we like it in DeLand. I can't tell you who's going to win the sheriff's race, but I can tell you something about all 5 candidates. Each of them has the sort of generosity of spirit that enabled them to say yes when we asked them if they would take part tonight. So we're very grateful to them for that. And we didn't want you to think that we would ask the sheriff's candidates to do anything that we weren't willing to do ourselves. So with the help of poet Clement Clark Moore, who my coworkers have assured me is rolling over in his grave, I've prepared a little composition for you to kick off the evening's entertainment. I am not a memorizer. Thank you for your patience. 'Twas the night before deadline, and all through the house, not a keyboard was clicking, and Conrad Beacon Cat ate the mouse. The reporters were resting, their stories complete, sources were protected in the news from the street. But outside the office there arose such a clatter, we rushed to the door to see what was the matter. Lo, it's the high sheriff, come to pay us a call. We gathered cameras and notebooks and assembled one and all. The county's top lawmen, so nimble and quick, wouldn't come for just nothing. But was it a trick? Some PR to fool us, to comfort the masses, while our safety and security just crumbled to ashes? They marshaled the forces, their team at the ready, approaching the newsroom so calm and so steady. Now Gillum, now Brannon, now Bradford, and Johnson. Come Chitwood and Dietrich. What news is so awesome? You'll stop all the presses. This news is sublime. It's sure to go viral in print and online. We're here to proclaim, we're here to report, the bad guys are gone without a retort. Our crime problem's over. The crooks couldn't relax with the new sheriff working all to the max. We've dismantled the force. Just a skeleton crew remains in the budget with little to do. What a story, what a headline, what great news to share. Did the fact checkers working and write it with care. The first crime-free county, the first in the nation. CNN will want copy, we'll be a sensation. The courthouse clock rang, I awoke from my dream. You knew that was coming. The news wasn't really as good as it seems. There's still a hard job that remains to be done by the incoming sheriff. There will be only one. But working together, I thought to myself, couldn't we change things? Couldn't we help? We'll elect one of 5. Which one? There's no clue. But he'll need all our help for this dream to come true. Thank you. And now, with the help of the beautiful Althea Chambers, Mr. Joe Sullivan, and the boys and girls we have a little opening act of truly talented people for you. Thank you again for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boys and Girls Club of West Volusia County. Let's have another round of applause. Hang on just 1 second. Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sheriff's Got Talent, the West Volusia Beacon's humble attempt at helping you all get to know your candidate for Volusia County Sheriff. You do know there's an election about to take place on August 30th, right? Well, there's about to be a new sheriff in town. I'm Wendell Bradford with the Beacon, and we here at your hometown local news source really want to be sure that when you head to the polls this election season, you know all the important information on each of the candidates. There are 5 candidates in the running to replace Volusia County's longtime sheriff, Ben Johnson. He will soon be retiring after roughly 16 years as sheriff. We're sure you've all been to one of the candidates' forums that have taken place by now and other venues. So we decided to help you get to know another side of your prospective sheriff. See, we all might agree that the job of being sheriff demands a tenacious, well-seasoned individual with a firm grasp on the law. But we believe it also demands that one has to be comfortable in the spotlight and able to think on his feet and remain cool under pressure. Which brings us to why we're all gathered here this evening. What better way to test those qualities than to see how they perform in the spotlight? Here's how this evening will work. We're going to first bring out the candidates and allow them to say a word or 3. And we'll see them on stage and get on with their talent show. So without further ado, hang on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Welcome, gentlemen, and thank you for being with us this evening. We're going to give you a chance to introduce yourselves and tell the audience which charity you've chosen to play for tonight.
Jim Gillum, when I win this, I'd like to see the money go to the Sheriff's Youth Ranch. Forward Sheriff Youth Ranch. Good operation.
Wendell Bradford, no, when I win this, I want to see the money go to AGOT. It's going to the community for our younger generation.
Hello, my name is Dietrich, and when I win this, the money's going to the children that were just on stage singing. Boys and Girls Club of Volusia County.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave Brandon. Thank you all for coming out tonight. When I win this talent contest, and you'll see how much talent I have. And before I knew they were performing in this event, I selected the Boys and Girls Club of Spring Hill to be the charity of my choice. Thank you.
I wouldn't have sold anybody this early, but Logan's just called me. They want their suits back by 8 o'clock. When I win this event, we're going to donate our money to the Daytona Beach chapter of the Boys and Girls Club.
Just West Volusia.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now I'm sure the audience is in for some arresting performances this evening. So we thought we'd better read our contestants their rights. Mark?
Gentlemen, you do not have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say tonight may work for or against you at the polls. You do have the right to consult with an attorney if you can find one willing to represent you in a case this ridiculous. And we know that you can afford to pay for your own attorney because we looked at your financial disclosure form.
Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it. Thank you, gentlemen. Now you can head backstage, prepare for your moment in the spotlight. The order of the candidates tonight is going to be selected out of my chalice. With a little help from a few members of the Boys and Girls Club. And now, for the order of the performers, I need your help. Ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming to the stage a few helpers from the Boys and Girls Club. Applause, please.
Just have them pick one by one.
You ready? All right, just wrap one of those. All right, now I'm going to read them off, and this is going to be the order that the contestants come out. What did you say? Wendell Bradford is our first contestant. Dietrich is our second contestant. Chitwood is our third contestant. Brandon is our fourth contestant. And last but not least, Gillum.
Ready?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, he's a native of New York and a retired Seminole County deputy after more than 25 years in law enforcement. Little known facts about this candidate: he used to be a pretty skilled breakdancer in his youth. Please welcome to the stage, Wendell Bradford.
I'm not going to break dance right now because I might break the hip. I hope there's an ambulance somewhere in here because I may need oxygen after I get finished here tonight. On a serious note, there's a disconnect here in law enforcement and the community throughout the United States. And what I'm going to portray here tonight is one of the main components of my neighborhood policing. It's the component about getting to know our community, getting to know our younger generation. And these fine young women and men that's going to be up here tonight, they believe and they know about the disconnect. And they came to me and we had a nice long conversation about the disconnect. And they believe that what can change is law enforcement talking to them and not just trying to harass or arrest them. And that's what we need to do. With my neighborhood policing, it's getting law enforcement out of their cars to get to know not only the younger generation so we can open up the doors of communication, but it's to get to know the community as well. When I was growing up, I knew the police officer that patrolled my neighborhood. His name was Anthony. And Anthony, every time he saw me, he stopped me, not to make me look bad or try to frisk me, but to ask me, how was my day? What did I learn? That's what he asked me every day he saw me. What did I learn today? And he waited until I told him what I learned. He showed me that you can achieve greatness. You can achieve anything you want in this world. And that's what we, as law enforcement and the community back in the day, showed our children and other adults that we can achieve greatness. How? By working together as one. I've been in law enforcement for 28 years, and that is what I want to achieve here as your next sheriff. You're going to love our routine today. It's about being in the streets. You're going to get a nice song from one of the young men, and you're even going to see me dance. I'm like, woo! So, let me see if my group is ready. Now remember, if I fall down because I break a hip, please dial 911, okay?
You're right.
You're right.
Without further ado. Technical difficulties, my apologies. That gives me a few more minutes to speak. Wow. Maybe I should tell a joke, sing, dance. Yes?
Last one, please.
Do the dance.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, this is chill. Wow, this is hot. So we'll find some reason to mess with us. Yeah, like it's illegal to dance in a park. Or ask us about drugs or something. Hey yo man, he's coming this way.
You gotta remember that life. Whenever you feel like you can't make it, you can. You can do anything you want to do. Do it.
See, I remember all the people, how they said I couldn't make it. I just want to show you that I'm really not crazy. Recently, I feel like I've been having revelations. All I need is God and I'm good, baby. I just want to show you I could. I just want to show you I could. Cause they said I couldn't make it. I just want to show you that I could. Yo, I'm looking through my rear view. My past is not a clear view. I've shut down my ears and now my heart is what I hear through. I've shut down my eyes and now my soul is what I hear through. Cause God whispered to me, yo, these struggles will prepare you. This world is giving something like a throne that I'm the answer. And since the people put me there, I put the people there too. Sky's looking gray and I'm just trying to make it clear to you. And always take the path that's off the center what my parents do. College graduates that had to study hard and homeless brothers who went in them dirty yards. Blessed be the babies that grew up to be their mothers. R.I.P. to those few that died inside their mother's arms. Life is such a trip now, cause I'm taking trips now. Into something luggage back with custom made grips now. All because I ripped now. Sages with my gift now. Shouting on the clip so I can take about it. I remember all the people, how they said I couldn't make it. I just want to show you that I'm feeling I'm taking. Recently I feel like I've been having revelation. All I need is love and I'm good, baby. I just want to show you I could. I just want to show you I could. Cause they said I couldn't make it. I just want to show you that I could. I got a visa on my own. I'm high up on a stoner. I guess it's something potent in my office is aroma. And that you win the game. Oh yeah. Know that poem, but the art came along inside the moment. I'm trying to make my mom proud. That's a persona in your dirt can go pow pow, but I still love the corner. Shout out to everybody thinking that they're gonna. They put us in the ocean with the motionless piranhas. Life is such a trip now, cause I'm sending trips now. It's just some celebrities that because I'm making trips now. All because I ripped down. It's to my dick now. Shout on it. So I can say goodbye to this now. Remember all the people, how they said I couldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I'm feeling, I'ma take it. You got me like I've been having revelation. All I need is driving on good, baby. I just wanna show you how I could. I just wanna show you how I could. And they said I couldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I could, baby. And I feel like giving in. I feel like falling down. But that would never stop me now. So I turn and I face the crowd. Feel like giving in. And I feel like falling down. But they will never stop me now. So I turn and I face the crowd.
Hey, that happens here again. Well, he told you his name. Yeah. How are you, Officer Bradford?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. How about you guys? All right, girls. So I see you guys jamming out here. Yeah. Can you teach me? You got me?
All right, follow me. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and step. Up, 2, 3, step back, 7, 8, and kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, and slide. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
Do you recall when long ago we used to home, we were golden young. All around the windows, we were on homes like a kiss. We need someone to lean on. Kiss, we need somebody to lean on. Kiss, we need someone to lean on. Kiss, we need somebody to lean on. We need somebody to lean on.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate you having me here today. This is the group that we worked very hard on this. I've only worked a couple of days, and you see my moves. I can really get down. You know, but these kids are great. These kids are in the community. They're out here staying out of trouble. They only want to do the right thing, and they want to come out here today. And I truly believe, if we can get out here with the community, with our younger generation, we can change the way law enforcement is received throughout the world. Thank you, and God bless you all.
All right, let's give another round of applause. All right, our next contestant. He's currently the second in command at the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. He began his career in law enforcement more than 20 years ago as a patrol deputy assigned to an area of Deltona. Fun fact, the candidate weighed 10 pounds, 10 ounces at first. Here tonight to perform for us, ladies and gentlemen, Dietrich.
I think I get a minute to talk a little bit about myself, so I'll probably talk longer than a minute, so just holler at me. My name is Dietrich. Welcome, patrons of Athens Theater. Thank you for coming here. I was born and raised in this, as Will said, I was 10 pounds, 10 ounces when I was born. My mom was not happy with me then. So she's changed that opinion now, but what a great county we have. I've lived here my entire life. I'm a graduate of the University of Florida with a degree in criminology. Go Gators. And also a graduate of the FBI National Academy. We'll talk a little bit about my career. 22 years devoting my life to the safety of the citizens of Volusia County, where I rose up through the agency to become the chief deputy of our agency. I'm very proud of our agency and the accomplishments that we have completed over those years. You know, I can stand here and say with confidence that Volusia County has seized the lowest crime rate in 2015 in 30 years. So what else in your life is lower now than it was 30 years ago? What the crime rate in Volusia County is. And I can also speak to the fact that Volusia County was the first sheriff's office in the nation to achieve excellence awards in their accreditation, which is national police standards that ensure that we are doing the right thing with our policies. And we have programs and directives in place to ensure professionalism from our agency. So I'm very happy to announce that as well. And as your sheriff, I will continue to stay tough on crime and keep that using technology and strong strategies so you feel safe at your home, at your work, at your school, and when you're driving your car. I will continue to improve on relations with the community because I truly believe that is the key. We have to keep open lines of communication, and I will also look to drive out narcotics out of our neighborhoods that I believe destroys our neighborhoods and the families that live in there. And everybody in here, I'm sure, has something in their life, someone in their life that can reach out to that's been destroyed by narcotics. And it's having strong strategies in place to do that. So on August 30th, I ask for your vote, and now I'm going to switch roles. Hello. Welcome to Athens Theater. I am Abraham Lincoln. And yes, I am a little nervous right now. Coming back into a theater, but I know the deputies in this town will keep me safe. And I had a little talk with my opponents backstage, and they promised to watch my back. I hope they're being honest. No, this is great. Okay. I want to thank my wife. 153 years ago, they said that behind every great man is a greater woman. So I would like to thank Mary Todd Lincoln for allowing me to be the great president that I was, because without her, I would not have been that. I consider look at that. Are they not men of their words? In all seriousness, I'm going to take us back 153 years ago to a day one of our greatest presidents made a speech that resonated in our nation. That speech still has implications today that I believe we as citizens of Volusia County and of America can learn from that speech and use it to mend the bonds, to mend the issues that are within our society. 407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hollow their ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated here, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. A speech that not only 153 years ago defined a nation, can again define this great nation that we live in today. As a leader, we must always learn from history's mistakes and remain poised to move forward with conviction and clear direction. And as your sheriff, I pledge to stay focused on your safety and alert to fighting for equal rights and treatment for all. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful night.
He's a Philadelphia native who's been in law enforcement for almost 3 decades. Fun fact, he's an avid cyclist who rides about 30 miles a day. That's more than I drive usually. You may know him from his work as the chief of the Daytona Beach Police Department. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Chitwood.
Good evening. Oh, come on, a little better than that. Good evening. The clients are not going to make any knife jokes because they're back there playing with the swords in the street. But it's an honor to be here tonight. It's a lot of fun. Over the past 5 months, I've got to spend a lot of time with these gentlemen. I think we can recite our campaign speeches back and forth to one another. I've been a cop for 28 years. First 18 yearly with the Philadelphia Police Department. Started my career walking the beat in the subway. Did such a good job that I got my first promotion. After 6 months, they moved me up 32 steps, and they allowed me to walk the beat in fresh air. When I left there, I was Lieutenant Homicide Division, and I had become one of the most decorated cops in the city. Over 50 commendations, including the Medal of Valor, and I decided that I wanted to be the chief because I got tired of working for a bunch of knuckleheads. So I landed a job in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and I spent a year there. Anybody know where Shawnee, Oklahoma is? Yeah, there we go. Good shout out. Seagulls don't go here to die, is what I can tell you. So after about a year there, I got the greatest job in the world. A sergeant who I worked for was retired in Ormond Beach. He said, Mike, you need to apply. It's a job suited for you. And be careful what you wish for because your dreams come true. It has been the greatest 10 years of my life. And I hope that the good Lord allows me to stay in this county for the rest of my life. It's an incredible place to live and work, as we all know. So as the police chief of Daytona Beach, we are the leaders in the county in technology. When you look at a lot of the things that we have in our city, nobody else has. Our city is ringing the tag readers. If you commit a crime and come across one of those bridges off the peninsula, we have your tag number. If you come into the city on the main thoroughfare, we got your tag number. ComStat, computerized statistical analysis of crime. That's how we fight crime. We fight crime using the updated crime information, cops on the dots, and we use the maps. Body cameras, first police department in the state of Florida. We have 158 on the street. They have driven complaints down, customer satisfaction up, and they protect the cops in the community. Great stuff. Police Foundation, public-private partnership, let's say that 3 times. That enabled me to send 60 cops back to school and get their associate degree, bachelor's degree, and master's degree at no charge to the officer. Wow. And that's important. We reduced crime and homicides by 21%, robberies by 33%, and stolen cars and burglaries by 40%. The crime rate has never been as low in Daytona Beach as it has been this past decade, and that's because of the men and women that are part of my department. So, having said all that, my first talent was to juggle knives. Seriously, the Chitwoods come from a long line of knife jugglers. So I had mentioned to my fellow campaign folks that this is what I'm going to do. And they eagerly offered to sharpen them, test them on me, and I said, you know what, I can't do that. But what I can do is, after spending a lot of time with these guys, is I can tell you a few funny things because we've spent a lot of time together, and they are a treasure trove of information if you want to roast them. You know, first is our feature, the Hair Club for Men. Did you notice that? Anybody notice that? When our campaign started, his hair was gray. Like mine. Now it's jet black. So I bought stock in the company. I don't want to say anything that's going to drive stock in. So we'll leave that for that. And, you know, in the 10 years of being a police chief, a lot of technology we've installed, and poor Jim Gillum, I feel sorry for him. Because way back when he started his career, when they took his horse and gave him a patrol car, it was a shock. I don't think he's ever gotten over that. But like I said, for 10 years I've been the police chief in Daytona Beach. I started in 2006. I think that's the first year Wendell Bradford ran for sheriff the first time. I kind of lost track how many he's run since then. Mayor Henry advised me when I was running for office. He said, you know, Mike, I want you to realize this is nothing but a dog and pony show. And I told Mr. Mayor, he said, no, you're going to see. And being that first foray into politics, you know, you believe in your utopian view of how everything works. And I'm like, nah, it can't be serious. Well, then they showed me Dave Brannan's Facebook page. And Dave's out on the campaign trail with a pony. And the next picture, there's Dave judging the goal contest. I said, Mr. Mayor, you're right, it really is this way. But my biggest fear is, as this campaign goes on, I look in the mirror and I see myself becoming more and more like Ben Johnson. And I don't want to lose my Philadelphia accent. I mean, I've spent 52 years getting this wonderful accent where people don't know what I'm saying. My grandson teaches me about how I say bagel and water. I mean, all wonderful things. And I don't want to grow up as I get older and look like I have marbles in my mouth. But if you ever notice when Ben goes, Mike, you got a minute? I need to talk to you, Mike. I just don't want that to happen to me. But probably as I say all these wonderful things about these wonderful guys that are running, my biggest critic is in the room right now. My biggest critic is my grandson and my best friend, Christopher Michael Gallagher. Where are you? He has been imitating me since my commercials started to air. So much so that he said, I want everybody to see what you really look like, Pop. So come on up, Christopher. Come on up, Christopher. He's here for a month. And he wants to aggravate my life to no end, so we had to go to the store.
I'm Christopher Gallagher, and I'm going to imitate my Pop's commercial called Passion. And this is what he sounds like. He starts out like this. People ask me why I do what I do. First, it starts with the passion of being a cop. The passion for the job. The passion for the community. People, you need the passion. The passion for law enforcement and communities. That's what you need. Thank you.
Mustaches on, trying to get one finish line. So I want to thank you all for coming out. August 30th, no matter who you're going to vote for, make sure you get out there and hit the polls on August 30th, because that's what democracy is all about. Thank you for your time. Good job, Christopher. He did coin the phrase, hey Pop, when you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get a drink of water, and that light goes on in the refrigerator, do you hold the press conference?
Let's give another round of applause. Now on our next performer. This Cocoa Beach native currently serves as senior captain at the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Fun fact. He makes a mean chicken chili.
Yes.
Which I would like to have some later.
It's fabulous.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dave Brennan.
Thank you all very much for coming out tonight for the warm reception. Thank you all. As a 23-year veteran of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, I can tell you it's an honor to be involved in this process. You know, in the last 6 months, I've gone out and met with literally thousands of people across Volusia County. You never realize how big this county is until you have to campaign the entire county. I tell you, it's a lot of work, especially when you're trying to do your job and raise a family. My son and daughter are here with me tonight, along with my beautiful wife, Elena. And they and the other children in our community are the reasons why I'm doing this. You know, when I started in law enforcement 23 years ago, things were a lot different. And the way people looked at law enforcement was a lot different. Today, we find ourselves literally, not just figuratively, but literally under fire. And I want to do more to connect with our community. I will do more to connect with our community, just like I did in Deltona as a captain there, just like I've done as a captain here in DeLand. The reason why I'm supporting the Spring Hill Boys and Girls Club is because, yeah, that's a beautiful Althea up there. Is because we revitalized our relationship with the Boys and Girls Club when I came to the land. I realized that we were not connecting more with youth on Spring Hill. We weren't connecting with youth anywhere. We've gone to Stark Elementary School and had lunch with the kids. We've done Cops and Kids basketball games at the Chisholm Center. We've taken them roller skating. We've taken them bowling. Because I want our officers to have more positive interaction with children. I want them to see us as the good guys. We are the good guys. And I hope that every one of you here today will understand that the men and women of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office and in law enforcement everywhere, when they get up every morning or every evening and kiss their families goodbye, they have no idea whether or not they're coming back home, and they're out here to serve you. So it would be my honor and pleasure to serve you as your sheriff. As the past president of the Rotary Club of the Land, where we believe in service above self, that's what's in my core. That's what I truly believe. And my job as a sheriff isn't to serve me, it's not to serve government, it's to serve you. And I know that you expect a lot of us, and I will give you 110% of everything I have to make sure that we deliver the best services possible to you. I know that your safety and security is paramount. It is paramount to me as well. And on August 30th, I'm asking you that if you want strong leadership for a safer Volusia, then please vote for me, Dave Brandon, to be the next sheriff of Volusia County. Thank you. Before I show you how talented I am, I wanted to touch on values. You know, as I raise my son and daughter, you know, Lena and I, we go to church almost every Sunday. And we talk to our kids about the importance of their education and the hard work and dedication that it takes to get good grades. I get sick of hearing it. We just had a talk last night as we're getting ready for school and had some summertime homework to finish up. But some of the values that my parents instilled in me, my mom was a secretary for a doctor. My dad was a maintenance guy in a hospital. But their love for this country and their love for our veterans means so much to me. And if you knew more about me, and I know a lot of you here know me, you know that my love for veterans is through the roof. If you love your country, say whoa. I'm very honored to serve through my Rotary Club on the Volusia Honor Air Project and help take 1,003 World War II veterans from Volusia County to see the World War II Memorial at no cost to them. I attended all 10 flights and I coordinated the police escort so that while we were in Washington, D.C., we stopped for no red lights. We went right on to wherever we needed to go to treat those veterans like gold, exactly as they deserve to be treated. But those values is what I've instilled in my children. And so every night before they go to bed, my wife sings several of our religious lullabies to them, and then they ask me to come in and sing some of my patriotic songs. I have a whole medley of the songs from the services of the United States military, which I'm not going to do tonight, unless you ask. But I am going to sing for you, for me, and to them, the most requested song that they asked me to sing. And I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains, through the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. If you're not already standing, would you please stand and join me? Let's do it again. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you all. I also want to give credit to Charlene Free, my great pianist who is actually working. Thank you very much. If you love your country, say, whoa!
August 30th, vote for Dave Brandon.
Again, it'd be my honor to serve you as your sheriff. I've enjoyed working for you the last 23 years for the sheriff's office. Please, on August 30th, regardless, make sure you get out and vote. Your voice counts. Thank you very much.
All right, one more round of applause, please. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for our next performer, he's a retired lawman whose career began around 1968 as an auxiliary officer for the Tampa Police Department. He has also served around 8 years as sheriff of Pasco County before moving to Volusia County about a decade ago. Little known fact about this candidate: he has played the saxophone and drums in several rock and roll garage bands in the late 50s and early 60s. Ladies and gentlemen, Gillum.
It's a pleasure to be here tonight. My name is Jim Gillum. I'm the former sheriff of Pasco County. My job as sheriff of Pasco County will be the same job as sheriff of Volusia County. Track down the bad guys and put them in jail. That's it. That's it. That's what the sheriff does. Protects you, protects your home, protects your family, and protects your business, and puts bad guys in jail. That's all I did. I did that for years. Built a brand new jail and overcrowded it in 90 days. Bad guys in jail. Green and white cars in your neighborhoods. Drug dealers in jail. That's simple. I know a lot of you have already decided which way you're going with this 30th of August, and that's not a problem. If you haven't decided, or if you're a little shaky, JimGillumForSheriff.com. I can't tell you what I've done from 1968 here in a minute and a half, but there's a lot of reading here if you want to take the time to do it. It'll direct you to my blog, which also points out a few other interesting things. But other than that, we're here to have a good time, raise some money for charity. Why don't we do that? Little Rondo set. A path may never cross again. Maybe my heart will never end. for all the good times, 'cause you brought me so much sunshine, and love was the best it's ever been. I wouldn't have missed it for the world, wouldn't have missed loving you, girl. You made my whole life worthwhile. There goes my heart. I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Even though I lost you, girl, I wouldn't have risked it for the world. To say that all good things must end. Love comes and goes just like the wind. Hey, you got your dreams to follow, but if I had a chance tomorrow, you know I'd do it all again. I wouldn't have risked it for the world, wouldn't have risked loving you, girl. You made my whole life worthwhile. There goes my heart. I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Even though I lost you, girl, I wouldn't have risked it for the world.
Let me see my wife sits up in the back there. Hi, Sam.
Oh, I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Even though I lost you, girl, I wouldn't have risked it for the world. Wouldn't have risked it for the world. Wouldn't have risked loving you, girl. You made my whole life worthwhile. There goes my heart. I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause you mean too much to me. Even though I lost you, girl, I wouldn't have risked it for the world. Thank you. Little song recorded over especially in 1969. The remix arrangement. Stop and look and listen, baby. That's the philosophy. It's called trouble making, baby. That's all right with me. Stop, look and listen, baby. That's my philosophy. It's called trouble making, baby. That's all right with me. Hey! Listen, baby, that's my philosophy. It's called trouble making, baby. That's all right with me. Some people say I'm wasting time. They
don't really know. Like what I see what I like, yeah, it gives me nothing but yeah. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, I look, stare everywhere, and see everything is nice, stop. Look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy. Just go trouble making, baby, that's alright with me. You say I'm wasting time here, but I don't really care. See what I like what I see, yeah, it gives me such a look, sitting on the back porch, all by myself, alone, playing memory game with somebody else, hey, stop. Look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy. It's called trouble making, baby, that's alright with me. Yeah, stop. Look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy. It's called trouble making, baby, that's alright with me. Yeah, it's alright with me. Hey. Trouble making, baby, that's alright with me. Hey, stop. Thank you.
Wow, that was great. Another round of applause, please. Now that we've seen each gentleman perform, it's time to vote for the favorite, ladies and gentlemen, and we need your help. I'll tell you how much this is stuff. So, just take out the ballot handed to you earlier this evening and make your selection on who you believe should be crowned as tonight's talent show winner. Remember, in the process, you want to do. All right. Remember the proceeds of the wedding with the candidate's charity of choice. We're going to break for a brief intermission where the candidates will be out front so you can say hello. When you exit, please look. Also, if you guys notice on the ballots, you get a 3-month free subscription to the week. Alright, so when you exit, please give your ballot to one of our kind volunteers. Currently stationed in the back of the house. Volunteers, please raise your hands so everyone can see. We're going to count the winners during the break, so go partake in some of the concessions. Give the candidates a high five, and we'll see you right back here in 15 minutes.
Sorry.
We can go through. We go that way?
Say again?
Can I go through? I'm sorry.
Volunteers will come in and get them. Yeah. Collecting them at the doors, but I can bring yours up if you want. Say again? Yeah, 15 minutes to announce.
Take these?
Yes, okay.
Watch the cord. Watch the cord.
Next time I could do that all from one computer. Yeah, just set the computer up. I could do the whole thing. You need a teleprompter and then some music, stuff like that. All I had to do is load it in.
Oh.
I don't know what program you're using, but
Oh, this is for, we're streaming it online too on this one, and then this one is the teleprompter.
yeah. Are you having to roll the teleprompter up? It's
Yeah.
all printed, so you got to move it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keeps going either too fast or too slow. I'm sorry, Will.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna have to add that damn song. Not the rubbernecker one. I really don't remember. But when you missed it for the world, I'm sitting here going, damn it, I want to sing that. So he sang with me about 7-8 years ago when it was a Holiday Inn. And he followed me a couple times, and then he got involved with the Eagles. And it's much cheaper and safer to drink at the Eagles because people don't look at that. They think something's going on. So I worked at this spot, 63. You know, once you leave out of there at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's not close to closing time. So a lot of people limp home with one eye open, with one eye closed. So they don't have double vision. Yikes.
I think you're perfectly fine.
I'm fine. Get out of my way and somebody move that house. Wait a minute.
Who put that in the room?
Within the last.
Yeah. And then they come back out, do the voting, everybody thank him, come out, and shut it down.
A little bit more to do, actually.
Evidently
So what did you think of the performance of Susan B. White Beth? You didn't like Bradford's dancing?
it was okay. I feel like he put a little bit of effort into it.
Yeah. Nice. Did you vote for Bradford? I like Chitwood's comedy. Yeah, Jim Gillum, I thought had a pretty good voice. I wasn't sure that Eric Dietrich's Abraham Lincoln impression.
Okay, it's last call for ballots. If you have not turned your ballot in, bring it up here to the stage, or please in the back, we can take it for you. Last call for ballots. Okay, it will take us a few minutes to count the ballots, so enjoy some beverages. Go out front and meet the candidates in person. Congratulate them on their performances. And we'll be right back with you to announce the winner soon. And if this fabulous show has moved you to make a further donation,
Yes.
you're welcome back. And Karen Clark right here in the third row.
You got back to
We'll get it and put it in the yellow bucket for us. Thank you.
No.
Darren? Give him 7 more minutes. Grab your car. Mark. 10:30. 1 beer, I have beer. That is good.
That's worth the price of admission.
I don't know what admission price was, so.
It was free, that was the joke. Are you still at that dog at the smuggling house?
Yeah, tonight's when I was kind of home, like after midnight tonight. So, I can leave around 12.
Okay, cool.
Cat's been hiding in the shower all day, and I don't know why.
Which cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that bathroom is kind of nasty.
Yeah.
We'll ask the sheriff's candidates to join us up here on stage as you're able to make it back up here. I would like to thank and salute some very special people, and those are the Beacon staff members who helped tonight. First of all, the staff member who masterminded, organized, pulled this whole event together, Kate Couch. Our talented master of ceremonies, advertising consultant Will Kirkpatrick. Will, take a bow. Thanks also to our ticket and vote collecting and counting team, Kitty and Keith Allen. Karen Burris and Margie Guys. Is it legal to have an event in West Volusia without Marcia McLaughlin?
Everybody, I'm Kate. I just wanted to thank you all for coming tonight and being part of our sort of special event. I also wanted to extend my thanks to the candidates. Okay, so we're going to thanking people. We have a couple of sponsors to thank. First of all, we want to thank Surety Bank for the pens, and the ballots, Lane Lennon Insurance. They helped us get this event insurance. We're sort of unsung heroes, right? And then Barb Gertman earlier, she sponsors some of course, the Athens Theater for giving us this wonderful space. And then Best Gives for Men, of course, for our family. Also, Kale, I'm sure that entertainment will help with the karaoke together. Okay. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We have a winner. Drum roll. You need Barb's help. Okay. So it was sort of a close race. Okay, it wasn't a close race though. But the first place winner with 120 votes. Now, the charity that's going to be the real winner here is the Volusia County Sheriff's branch. Mr. Gillum.
Thank you so much. Let me say one thing. We had a sheriff's office bowling. We had 90 people from the office that bowled on Thursday nights in Newport, Michigan. And when we finished bowling, we all went into the lounge and did karaoke. And we talked about something. It means that when you go to work the next day, you can call and talk to somebody you know instead of an extension number. It's a great morale builder. But thank you very much.
Okay, so here's the amount. So far tonight, we've only made a difference by raising $1,220.
The Beacon didn't want the other four candidates to walk away and their charities to walk away empty-handed. So thanks to Barb Gertman and the Beacon newspaper, we have a small consolation prize for all the charities mentioned by her.